Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ English. Here comes another good news about India's rapid progress towards green renewable energy. This comes as the Indian government has designated three major ports in India as green hydrogen hubs. Definitely, this topic is important for UPSC GS Paper 3 as we talk about clean, green, renewable energy. You might be hearing in the news recently words like the blue hydrogen, green ammonia. After all, these are all the steps that we are making to achieve our agenda of going carbon neutral by 2070. Of course, in becoming the Viksit Bharat by 2047 and by 2030, achieving our nationally determined contribution, that is to reduce carbon footprint by 45% of the GDP, a key promise that India has made under the Paris Agreement 2015. So important for the UPSC as well as a matter of pride for us, of course, that today Indian government has designated three major ports, namely the Deen Dayal port in Gujarat, the VOC port in Tamil Nadu, as well as the Paradeep port in Odisha. All these major ports in India will now be declared as major green hydrogen hub. A hub means a cluster. It is a part of an integrated system. This initiative that has been taken under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy is basically a part of the larger policy, which is called the National Green Hydrogen Mission. As we talk about creating more robust initiatives towards green energy, these three ports will now become nerve centers, focal points for production of green hydrogen, distribution, utilization of green hydrogen. Recently, we also saw in the news that for the first time, there is a slight improvement in the air quality in the Delhi NCR region. And this is despite the fact that we have entered almost the second week of October. There was another good news that total carbon emission was also seen a little low as compared to the past few years. Perhaps all the initiatives that the government is taking is paying off, and we are yet to see how India in future is ready major market for green hydrogen. So talking about how does this transition work? Here is a picture that broadly shows you all the important ports in India. The major three ones that we just spoke about, which are now the green hydrogen clusters. It is a major step India has taken towards clean energy. After all, we need to achieve by 2070 our larger agenda. So talking about the green hydrogen, why is it so much in news nowadays? That's because it is the kind of hydrogen gas that we achieve after doing an electrolysis, the process of electrolysis of water. By the process, the water molecule is split into oxygen and hydrogen. And the process is green because it does not involve the release of any greenhouse gas. No wonder we call it the green hydrogen. So either we use electrolysis by using electricity from renewable sources like wind or through solar energy. Just last week, we were also talking about India's geothermal energy. We were also talking about capturing carbon from atmosphere, from various industrial processes, and then storing it, further utilizing it to make other sources of green energy. So you see, whether it is transition towards electronic vehicles, ethanol, blending with petrol, whether it's about isobutanol and diesel, or whether it's broadly about creating the green hydrogen hub. Yes, India is absolutely on to its agenda of becoming completely clean and green by 2070. Now, looking at exactly how will these ports help in mitigating climate change. So, as these have become the integrated clusters of green hydrogen, they will bring together production, storage, transportation, utilization of green hydrogen, but not just green hydrogen, derived products, its derivatives like the green ammonia and the methanol within the defined area. At the same time, the main goal is going to be creating a self sustainable regional ecosystem for producing green hydrogen. India wants to be a leader in renewable energy sector because there is always a kind of paradox when we talk about switching towards green energy. As we often talk about how the Indian government is committed towards investing more in solar energy, completely shifting the vehicle landscape into electronic vehicles. But all of us understand that whether it's the photovoltaic cells that are used for solar panels, or whether you talk about electronic vehicles, after all, the battery is based out of rare earth material. And as of now, you already know how China continues to create a fear amongst the whole world by controlling the supply of rare earth materials. These are mostly found in China. China monopolizes in the supply chain. At the same time, the cost of mining, the cost of processing, refining rare earth material is also very high in terms of its climate footprint. So today, even as India is trying to utilize its resources of monazite sand in certain states in Deccan India to produce, become more self empowered in mining and processing rare earth materials with whatever capacity we have, we also know that it is not a very clean process. It again has other social problems like labor that's being used, the environmental footprint that it has, the expensive cost behind it. So, therefore, solar is not the only solution for the future. We also have to look into other options like nuclear energy, geothermal energy, and today, as we are trying to become the potential source of green hydrogen, definitely this move is going to make a difference because India wants to become a leader in hydrogen technology and export it as well. At the same time, if this technology becomes sustainable, if it is successful, then definitely it will reduce carbon footprint. It will lead to a reduction in carbon emission in sectors such as steel, cement, shipping, which are considered as sectors which have a high carbon footprint in general. So, therefore, this view is being seen very, very optimistically as of now. The overall purpose is to promote green, clean energy. After all, to achieve net zero carbon mission, another important agenda is to boost Indian exports. Yes, we are trying to target an export of about 5 million ton per annum by 2030 of green hydrogen and its various derivatives that we just saw: green ammonia, methane. Another target is to create an integrated ecosystem. So, once we have three major ports that become green hydrogen clusters, it will also promote the use of green hydrogen in other supply chains, in transportation, and that's what we are looking at. At the same time, if the project is successful, then we can also attract much more foreign investment, private investment in the sector. After all, we also should remember that by 2026, India is trying to promote its green carbon market. And as we move towards our own carbon market that will be integrated with the global carbon market, we understand that this port development, the ports becoming green hydrogen hubs, will encourage more industry participation, more private sector participation, and then many more entrepreneurs, many more business houses will readily invest in future clean technology. And that's exactly the need of the hour, to make it more affordable, to make it more sustainable. At that point, let's also have a look at an important related question for you to practice. Consider the following statements regarding India's green hydrogen hubs. First is the Deen Dayal Port of Gujarat, the V.O. Chidambarnar Port in Tamil Nadu, and the Paradeep Port in Odisha. All these have officially been declared as the green hydrogen hubs. Under what? The larger mission, National Green Hydrogen Mission, launched in 2023. And second says, ports are chosen as hydrogen hubs mainly because they have huge, abundant resources of fresh water, which is important for electrolysis to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. So that's the main process through which we achieve green hydrogen. Third, one of the key targets, objectives of the Green Hydrogen Hub is to promote export oriented hydrogen infrastructure. Of course, apart from that, also enable India to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2070. So, which of these statements do you think are valid? Yes, you can post your answers, but not just answers, we can make it into a thriving group discussion community. We all understand the purpose of these videos is not to only give you passive knowledge. Definitely, the purpose is to create a perspective, to become more informed, and that's the demand of the UPSC exam. So, if you have any idea, opinion, suggestion, if you have any sentiment that you would want to share across through this platform, about green hydrogen, solar energy, or any other innovative idea that you can think about. That will help many other aspirants in writing quality essays, in understanding the topic more fundamentally. Please feel free to do that. We will take it up as a thread of discussion. And now, a quick reminder about the fast track batch sale. For those who are preparing for UPSC 2026, time is limited now. There is time to utilize, but definitely none to waste. And on that note, we announce our sale. It is exclusively for those who are writing the exam next year, the 2026 target year. This is a fast track sale. Across GS Foundation courses, heavy discount on optionals. CSAT, essay writing, current affairs, everything provided at a price as unbelievably low as 7,999. Besides, it is available for English, Hindi, in English batch also, the bilingual batch. And the October morning evening classes both are there for you. So, in case you want to apply for the sale, because the batch is beginning on 17th October, so very few days to go now. So, if you're making up your mind, you can use the code SPLIVE on your screen and apply for the sale. In case you want more details, you want to discuss about the nature of the sale, how we are offering it to you, then you can also fill up a description box form. It's there in the description box of the video. If you fill up the form, we will reach out to you and discuss with you. For UPSC 2027 and 2028 exam also, if you are preparing, now is a good time to start. So here also we are offering you batches, October batches for GS optional everything. In all the languages, price 21,999. Batches are beginning 15th. Admissions are closing on 15th. So indeed, less time is left to make up your mind. You can do that. And for 2028 also, you might feel it is very far away, but with preparation, no time is ever enough. So better start early, and then this is a great opportunity to give a professional mentorship to your preparation. Use the code SPLIVE on the screen. You can apply for the sale 35,999 only. And what are you getting? All the subjects, GS, optional, CSAT, essay, current affairs, everything. Apply for the sale today, make a difference to your preparation. And still, if you want more clarification, please feel free to let us know. Thank you so much.